What's good? It's Mr. Freeze, AU Custom Jeweler, and we're doing our DMV vlog, DC, Maryland, Virginia, where I'm at right now. And we're gonna answer a couple general questions about the jewelry, myself, and the jewelry industry. View in. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. Want the whole top flooded and the bottom rose gold.
What made you interested in becoming a jeweler?
I became interested in becoming a jeweler just because in the culture, we always been attracted to them things as far as gold, diamonds, what you see your favorite hip hop artists have, and just the culture. And in high school, in my primal stages of my life, I always had gold, diamonds, grills. And forward thinking into now, I understand who I am better because I was interested in things while I was younger in my primal stages. And now I'm a jeweler. And the lack of people that look like me in the jewelry industry is not too many. So I looked at it as an advantage, you know? It's like, why not sell it and understand it? But even not just the flashy point of view, but as far as like the investment, buying gold and seeing it appreciate over years. And I like to be that individual that sell people at good prices and they gain their value on it. And so those are some of the reasons I became a jeweler compared to just selling jewelry.
What does AU Custom mean?
AU Custom means gold custom jewelry. And AU is a description of gold on the periodic table.
Who is Mr. Freeze and how did you get the name?
Mr. Freeze is my jeweler name. I got it off a Batman movie in which Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze. And what he was doing is icing people where they come frozen. And relating to the job I do in jewelry, I ice people out. You know what I'm saying? I set diamonds. In our cultural terminology, when you freeze or ice somebody out, so I figured Mr. Freeze is the perfect name. Mr. Freeze, I'm icing out everything.
What is the Water Club and how do I become a part of it?
Water Club is our diamond jewelry club for AU Custom Jewelry. How you become a part of the Water Club is if you purchase diamond jewelry over a certain amount of carats or a certain amount of money. But the water in our diamonds in the culture is like when you have water diamonds, all white diamonds. Well, we're using D through F colored diamonds, which is all colorless, and it comes out white like water, like you're in the waters of Aruba or the waters of Fiji water, so your diamonds look water. No tint on it, no yellow tint, pissy diamonds, no. We doing all water diamonds, so you see your shit bust from every angle and people notice it, no matter what the clarity. BBS diamonds, now I'm shining on you hoes. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. Make me a grill, make me a grill.
So what motivated you to become a jeweler?
A lot of jewelers charge people 5 to 6 times more than what the raw material and labor costs for jewelry, rather than being fair on the pricing. I noticed that just being in the culture. You'll see your favorite artists saying they have a $100,000 chain. The raw material of it, you probably get 10 to 15,000, no more than 20,000, and you paid 100,000. So I feel AU Custom become an answer. I understand the value of jewelry and how to price people in the right manner where one day they could seek their jewelry as an investment rather than saying a price that's hella high and you'll never receive the value, actual value of it. And I feel like that's wrong all the way. What also motivated me to become a jeweler, I was at a JCK convention, and the JCK convention is one of the biggest trade shows for jewelry where people come all around the world to buy and sell jewelry at wholesale prices from India, China, everywhere but Africa. Me and my little brother actually attended, and we was the only people that look like us up in there. People that look like you and me are the #1 purchasers of jewelry. It should be more people that look like us or of the culture in the jewelry industry. And this building at the JCK was probably over 50,000 people to come across. I didn't see no one look like me that was in it as a vendor or even barely as a buyer. That inadequacy sparked my motivation, like, whoa, something is going on. It's either you being held out or not accepted in. But I'm gonna get in, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm fair. And it's more motivating. Like, we the culture, we the #1 purchaser in it. It should be more jewelers of the culture or people that look like you in it. And we the #1 purchaser in it. It's glamorized in our society, glamorized in our songs, glamorized in our lifestyles, glamorized in history. Pharaohs, kings, and stuff having jewelry on and diamonds. Majority come from the continent of Africa, but not too many African Americans or any selling diamonds. And that alone has you scratching your head like, So that's even more of my motivation to get in. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. All pointers, check the score, been ballin' for real. Send a positive the deal, nigga, it make it real. Diamonds in my grill, I want it poppin' like pills.
So what are some of the obstacles you face being a black jeweler?
Some of the obstacles we face as far as like being a black jeweler or the culture is lack of resources. A lot of jewelry industries and like cultures, they're bred off of family oriented, which was passed around generations by generations. And you don't see too many people that look like me or the culture in the jewelry industry. Other obstacles as far as like being in the jewelry industry, it's amongst people in the culture. You'll provide more gold, more carats of diamonds, more grams of gold in the jewelry, you know, and some people will look at you because you look exactly like them, feel inferior, like you don't know anything you talking about. You have to prove a lot more, do a lot more just to gain that understanding amongst people that look like you alone, and they'll doubt you.
All right, tell me a little something about conflict diamonds.
Conflict diamonds are diamonds that were mined in a conflicting situation, which 9 times out of 10 was chaos, in which people seen the resource of a diamond in one area and invest rebels to mine diamonds to overthrow their government just for enrichment of more diamonds and getting them at better prices to sell to the overall world. But there was a lot of blood behind them diamonds.
Okay, so I know you have a little background in Sierra Leone. Can you explain to me what the blood diamonds are?
Yeah, I can explain my story with like blood diamonds. I was actually present the whole war aspect of blood diamonds. A lot of people don't know this story. Blood Diamonds was a famous movie depicting of what happened in Sierra Leone Civil War. I'm being an American citizen. My parents are from Sierra Leone, which is the west coast of Africa. And I was there in between, I was like 6 to 7 or 6 to 8. And I seen the bloodshed of hand-on combat between rebels and the government, all just because the conflict of diamonds. And me being at this age, I was exposed to a lot as far as seeing a lot of people getting killed. I seen hundreds of bodies, blood in the streets, people getting their head chopped off. Going through that experience, I never understood what was the reason behind it until I had to get older and grasp the fact that it was over diamonds. And it's quite ironic. I sell diamonds now. Rebels actually tried to kidnap me. They actually did. My grandmother and my mother and family had to send money so they wouldn't make me a child soldier. Children soldiers were out there shooting against the government for conflict diamonds. And I experienced a lot of PTSD going through that age, but as far as now, I feel like it's God gifts. He's giving me the ability to sell diamonds, sell custom jewelry, conflict-free of going through that trauma. Now, presently to this day, I accept every blessing in it, but the pure fact that investment bankers around the world were greedy enough to overthrow their government or go through a civil war to get diamonds at cheaper prices to sell it to the world for a gain was like absolutely wrong. Me going through it, like it was days where it kind of like, not to compare it to Anne Frank, it was kind of like an Anne Frank story in which me and my grandmother and siblings had to like hide just because my grandmother had money out here and I was an American citizen. In that country to this day, not receiving them gains from the most beautiful diamonds in the world. You see everybody wearing big diamonds, have diamonds all across the world, and then the country is not thriving off their natural resource and being raped of their natural resource. And I feel like it's almost a blessing I'm a jeweler to this day, and I appreciate the fact that I'm selling diamonds conflict-free. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. Make me a grill, make me a grill. Call my jeweler up, tell him make me a grill. Mr. Freeze, AU Custom Jewelry. We about to go in and do Donald Trump's dental impression, bust down his grill.